Good morning, everybody. If you're new here, we are Will and Josie. We bought a camper van back in Sweden and have driven it through 10 countries down to Turkey. Since our last video, we have now left Istanbul, where we left at 1 a.m. in the morning to avoid the chaos of traffic in which we had when we arrived. We drove 2 hours out of Istanbul to Bursa, where we spent 2 nights purely to do washing and hang out with our new furry friend before hopping back in the van and taking the 4-hour drive here to Izmir. On arrival, the campsite had a color party which we had never experienced before, and it was really fun. Now it's the next day, so we've hopped in a taxi and we are ready to explore the ancient city of Izmir. We are now in the ancient ruins here in Izmir, founded by Alexander the Great 2,000 years ago, so let's have a look around. So this ancient town that we're in now was called Smyrna, and a fun fact about this place is that they had a gladiator school here.
And if you have seen the movie Gladiator, you will know Marcus Aurelius, and that is his wife up there on top of the arch.
With a population of around 4 million people, Izmir is Turkey's 3rd largest city and one of the oldest settlements in the Mediterranean area, with excavations showing settlements dating back to 8,000 years ago.
2,000 years ago, how did they manage to get that on top of the pillar? How? It's hard to believe that this is 2,000 years old. 1,000 years after they built and lived like this, Swedes were still living in wooden huts. That just goes to show how far ahead this part of the world was when it came to infrastructure and building things. But you come to things like this, where you've got writing that is 2,000 years old that's engraved into this rock. It's just incredible.
So there's water channels here that has been here since Roman times and used all the way to the Ottoman era, and there's still water flowing through them. So I think it's safe to say that this place is definitely built to last.
Well, that was fun.
It was interesting.
Yeah, but time to get out of here. We are all absolutely starving, so it's time to get some food. We're gonna go to Konak Square.
Yes, it's like the square in the center of the city.
We have decided to walk, and we are at the lights. The lights are just there, but there's no green man, so we don't know when we can cross and when we can't. But this is Istanbul, so I think we just cross, guys. We just cross. It's just there's a taxi. We just do it. Oh, this is cool. Just across the road from the ruins is this little alleyway with markets, and they got everything. They got fish, fresh fruit and veg, and strawberries were $1.50 per kilo. So it's just so cheap here.
Stopped at a little food court. It's really cute, and I got the köfte, which is a Turkish meatball. So I'm gonna try it now. It's good.
So the restaurant that we've stopped at is called Dimo's Cafe, and the burger doesn't look quite like it did in the photos, but the onions that Josie got with her dish was so good I had to order more for myself.
They're really, really spicy.
It's decent.
In Turkey, they drink like pickle juice, which is supposed to be really good for digestion, so I'm gonna try that now. Let's try this. Ooh, that's sour.
Is it?
It's really sour. Yeah, it's not very good. It's not my favorite.
The market's massive and it's pretty good, but I have to say, for everything being fake, you've got fake Nikes, you've got fake Dior, you've got fake Prada, fake everything, and it's not that cheap. Like a pair of fake Nikes are still about 80 USD, and to me that just seems crazy when I can go to Thailand and get it for 20 USD. For fakes, I think it's a little bit overpriced, to be honest.
Where we are now, it kind of feels like a small version of Istanbul. They've got all the same kind of stuff,
yeah,
you know?
Very similar to the Grand Bazaar. So we have now made it to the square, and as a lot of you who have followed us for a while may know, or if you are close friends, Josie is absolutely terrified of birds. No! That just gave her a bit of a fright. and there are a lot of birds here. Josie, how are you feeling?
I feel very on edge. So here on the square is a clock tower that was gifted from a German emperor to the Ottoman Sultan a long time ago. And there's also a really cute blue mosque here on the square, and we're also right by the water.
Okay, well, as we have throughout the entire Turkey trip, we are trying new things. We've decided to stop here, get a Turkish coffee, which is not new to us, but we've also got some Turkish desserts. So here we have some halip, and here we have some shambale. We got two different types, so let's dig in. Lots of syrup. Quite similar to baklava, but a different texture. More cake-like, but really good.
Really good. Tastes kind of like baklava. Time to keep moving.
Alright, now if I'm looking a little bit different than I was before, that's because we just went in and got a haircut from the guys here at Class Coiffure. It was so good. He gave me the full service, did my hair, which I think he did a really good job. You guys can tell me what you guys think. Josie likes it. And he gave me the full service. So he washed my hair, he cut my hair, he did my beard, he gave me a face mask, he cleaned my ears, absolutely everything for $10 American. And now it's time to go and get some dinner. Okay, so we stopped here in the market to get a bite to eat. Don't really know what it is, but it's got some beef in there in a wrap, some wheat, and it comes with yogurt as well, and a chili. It also has some like tomato sauce. A lot of places don't give you knives here, they just give you a fork. So, worth the wait.
Good?
Yeah, it is good.
I've got an iskender kebab. Hey!
It's also really good.
And just a couple of doors down from where we had our dinner, we decided to stop for a cup of tea, or chai as they say here in Turkey. And this is gonna be our last stop of the day.
Yeah, so we hope that you enjoyed our 24 hours in Izmir. We certainly did.
Definitely.
If you did, make sure to
Like the video.
And if you want to see more like this,
Subscribe.
And we'll see you all again
in the next one. Bye.
It's kind of like you've teleported to Greece here.
It's so pretty. It's like these white buildings with blue shutters and roses everywhere, and it's amazing.
Definitely. It's got some Greek influence here, that's for sure.